go in the season. And to my knowledge, most of the teams that are in this 16-point or 4-win tiebreaker, most of them have played each other. So, I mean, the winner of this match, they really are going to cement themselves in a good position going into playoffs, which at this point is only a few weeks away. There's one more week of the regular season left, and then we go right into playoffs. So I think what we'll do, we'll give the rosters a quick rundown, just so people know who we're talking about. I'll start us off by going through aim on point, which for the game is going to be red team. So the roster they're going to be running tonight is going to be Mist on Scout, Randy on Soldier, Dime on Pyro, Ram on Demo, Josh on Heavy, Munch on NG, Shaky on Medic, Maz on Sniper, and then Laz on Spy. Now, in terms of that team, most of this core has been together for a little while, to my knowledge. They played together last season. I believe they came fourth. I want to say they were around that ranking.
I think they were fourth. I
think they were. So pretty consistent from last season. And they're a team that they do have the potential. The players they have the potential to possibly contest that third spot, maybe take a few rounds off of Atomic, things like that. But they also have the ability to go to unforgivable lows, as seen in some in some games that they've played in the season. But yeah, they're a very up and down team. It'll be interesting to see how they play tonight. Now, Incision, if you want to give us a rundown of Crippled Airlines?
I don't know many of the players, and a lot of them are using aliases, so... on Scout, I think we have Zylife. On Soldier, we have Jack, or Aneurysm. On Pyro, we have Rius. On Demo, I have no idea who that is.
I'll take a look for that for you.
It might be Fane.
Maybe.
On Heavy, we have Xander. On NG, we have Lugnuts. Medic, I have no idea. It could be Porsche. And on Sniper and Spy is Fane and Smaz. So I have no idea who the demo is, but...
And I'm pulling it up right now to see if I can find someone on their roster who matches the profile. Hang on, I'm taking a look to see if I can find someone for that demo spot, but...
It could possibly be Dirk, but I don't know who the medic is, so...
It looks like it may actually be a Merc.
Okay, that's always good.
Oh, wait, no, it is someone from their roster. Hang on. It looks like it's Keller.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so it looks like Keller's on demo right now, but I imagine he'll be swapping off to Medic.
Yeah, definitely
and then,
playing Medic.
Yeah, Crud will be playing demo, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so, yeah, and that team as well, I mean, very similar to Aim on Point. They can play well, the players, they are all, for the most part, they're, individually skilled players, but most of them do play at sixes. And they have had some issues kind of transitioning into Highlander in the past few seasons and can get overwhelmed by some of the teams that are more familiar with the game mode and can kind of exploit some of the weaknesses in terms of game sense and positioning that they may not necessarily grasp, but utilize.
Yeah, Aim on Point definitely has the advantage of a lot of their players being around for quite some time in Highlander, whilst Crippled haven't really played much Highlander. They've only sort of played it in the past few seasons, but they still have really good DM, Most of these players on their team are Prem Sixers players, so
yeah, it's certainly
could be a good match because Asheville is very DM orientated, especially on the flank.
Yeah, I think we could see some really interesting plays coming out around the under, like the under position of the map. You know, I feel like we may see some possible combo aggression coming up from aim on point down there, while the flank of Crippled Airlines may try and take advantage of it. You know, if there's a fight happening on top of the point, they may try and get under there while no one's watching and just really wreak havoc on the back line of aim on point.
Yeah, Josh really loves to play under the point, so you'll definitely see aim on point playing under nearly the whole match if they can control the point.
Now, in terms of getting the game started, we do have 17 in the server. We are just waiting on one player, it looks like, from aim on point. So hopefully we should be able to get them in pretty shortly and get this game underway, because we are a little bit late at this point. But yeah, it should just be a matter of waiting from there, so... Now, Incision, is there any player in particular this match that you want to be keeping an eye on, you know, either for the viewers or, you know, even for our observer, Connor? You know, is there anyone that we really want to be keeping an eye on just to see if they do anything flashy?
Well, you definitely want to be watching the flank on this map. You know, the flank can change this map so much. If your flank can control their flank, then you pretty much have free ground any way you want. So I'm definitely looking towards a random dead dude and Mist. If they can beat their flank counterparts, then they should be able to do a lot in winning this game for aim on point.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you there, you know, especially with that matchup. They are quite even, I'd say. You know, like, I wouldn't give either one necessarily the advantage if it was just, you know, a raw DM fight on the flank. It could go either way. And we will see those results, you know, kind of flowing into the rest of the team as to who can keep control on that flank. And there is one other matchup that I am interested to see here. It's actually the sniper fight between Thane and Maz. I'm not sure how they've both been going this season. They both, you know, can be very capable snipers if they, you know, if they're playing a good amount and, you know, they're on top of their game. And with Asheville, you know, it can be a very limiting sniper map. You know, with the sightlines that you've got, you've really only got two main sightlines from the left and right, looking diagonal across the point. But good snipers, they can put themselves in positions or just hit the shots that are needed for their team to succeed.
Yeah, so sniper on this map definitely is impacted by the flank. So I think whoever's going to win the sniper duel will be the team that has better flank control.
Yeah, that'll be something to keep an eye on. So, we've actually got 18 in the server. Looking from the game chat, it looks like there might be one person who's AFK, so I think it's Keller. So we'll wait for Keller to get back, and then we should be able to get this game underway.
What is your prediction for this match, Michael?
I think we are going to be seeing... I think aim on point will take it. You know, from what I've seen from the past few seasons, they've certainly been the more consistent team in Highlander. I think we may be seeing like a 4-1, 4-2 for aim on point. What about yourself?
Well, I was just going to say it was going to be a 4-0 for aim on point. I think that Highlander experience they have and being able to control the flank, I think Randy and Miss can do a better job. So I think they're just going to 4-0, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. And as we try to transition to getting the game started, someone leaves.
Yes.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
No, never mind.
They got replaced. Okay, we're good. We're back with 18 in the server. But who knows when Keller will return. Now, I am actually going to very quickly check the roster swap because... yeah, someone did swap out on the aim on point roster, and I do not know that Ram is still playing demo. So it actually looks like they swapped it out for Rowan, or Rohan, however you want to say it. So it looks like they'll be playing Demo instead of Ram.
That's probably a weaker player to swap for. I think Ram is a bit better than Rohan, but usually Aim on Point just likes to tank Josh, the heavy, and it kind of lets them down a bit because sometimes Josh can't really do much. But I think if Rohan can just play behind Josh and get out a huge amount of damage, then Aim on Point have got this in the bag.
So it doesn't look like we are any closer to getting started, so this is going to be wonderful. Oh, okay, we are getting started. This is the life. Okay. So on this midpoint, for this first mid-fight of the game being Aim on Point versus Crippled Airlines for the Week 7 official of Respawn League Highlander, I'm actually going to be keeping an eye on both demos as it looks like Rohan is actually rushing under the point and sticking it off for the blue entrance. As Jack does actually bomb across onto Red's bats and actually get a kill on Maz, so the favor for the sniper is going to be in terms of Crippled Airlines. And we'll see what they can do. Jack cleaning up another kill on the flank here, and he looks like he's going to get out alive.
Yeah, it looks like pretty standard stuff from Aim on Point, you know, just holding under the point and letting the Crippled team come to them. And by doing that, Crippled just feeds in, and now Aim on Point is able to take this point.
Yeah, we've got them pushing through under now. Josh is just, you know, pushing forward with the beam on him. They've actually Ubered on the point, and it looks like they aren't going to get a lot from it. Yeah, Crippled may be able to actually counter Uber onto the point before it can be capped because of how much time their flank got put on the point.
Yeah, that was definitely a saving Uber for Josh there. But
yeah,
doing
quite...
that, they've given advantage to Crippled, and now they're going to come in with Uber.
Yeah, and here it comes. It looks like, yeah, Rohan's going to get caught out as well as Josh Chapman. And it does look like, yeah, it looks like Aim on Point will be able to keep their medic alive, but they will lose the first cap here.
Yeah,
I think.
That Uber just wiped out the Aim on Point's combo there. This should be an easy take for Crippled.
You'd say that, but the combination of the Wrangled Mini Sentry and the Sniper just having a crossfire on the point are making it very difficult for Crippled here. And I think they will be able to just edge it out, but Aim on Point are going to be looking to take this right back as they are coming up on the overcharge with even players.
Yeah, right now you just need to sort of wait for your pick classes to try and do something, or your flank to try and bomb in. And Munch is going in on the medic, and he takes him down.
He actually got him. Okay, well this is going to be prime time for Aim on Point to push. They've got the heavy falling back and demos and buff. They can really take some room here and try and push the other team back, but they are hesitating, and this is not good.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Shaky is a bit all over the place. He doesn't really know where he's going, and he's going to get forced by Xylife coming in from behind on the scout. And now it's going to be an Uber that doesn't really do much again.
Although Keller getting caught out quite aggressively with the rest of his team, and with a heavy, you know, the Pyro and the Engineer aren't going to be able to do anything, and Josh does get 2 picks off of the end of that Uber, so, you know, possibly not a complete waste, but not as much as you'd like to see out of it from Aim on Point.
Yeah, now Crippled has full Uber ad. They should just try and walk this in with their players, try and catch out Shaky, but they dropped their demo. So this is going to make it so much harder for them to try and push in now.
And
Jack bombs in and gets Shaky. This should just be a free take for Crippled here.
Yeah, Crippled coming up on 100% now. Just Jack, just not counter-strafing, just like moving around Josh perfectly, so that way he can get on top of Shaky. Shaky? God, I'm all over the place with the names there. Getting on top of, yes, Shaky and killing him, giving the advantage to this team, and they'll take the point. with times being pretty much even, about 10 seconds in it.
Yeah. Crippled have not realized that Josh is just hiding under the point. He might be able to go through a sneaky play, but looks like Laz has been caught out on Spy, and now the combo of aim on point is coming in and then getting demolished.
I don't know that you can really call them a combo, because half of them are just sitting under the point.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh getting headshot though, I think from that, so he'll get sent back to the respawn room.
It seems as though aim on point's combo is just all over the place. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, this is certainly we are seeing the low that I was talking about at the start of the game here. You know, they're having some issues with positioning on the map.
Maz does get in and take out Rohan, so it is possible. Oh, Jack comes in and gets a 2k on the point. He takes down Shaky and Maz.
That was very good rocket placement from Jack. He just put two into the medic before he landed on the ground, and by the time that Josh could even see him, he only had to land one very easy rocket. And man, Crippled Airlines, they're going to take the point back pretty quickly, not letting aim on point get any time here. And they're only going to need to hold it for another minute, and they have about 40% Uber out here.
Yeah, I would really like for Crippled to try and use this Uber aggressively and try and win the game off an aggressive play, but they might try and just hold under this point area that teams really do like to hold.
Yeah, I mean, speaking on aggression, it's not looking like their combo's going to have to do a lot, as, you know, while that was going on, Zylife was just on top of Red's bats, just running terror on them, keeping Maz back, so yeah, it may look like this round is going towards Crippled, and they actually have used the Uber aggressively under the point, chasing out aim on point. But in the meantime, the flank of aim on point has taken the point and may be able to squeak a cap out.
Yeah, but in saying that, Crippled have players coming back, but the Uber does come out from aim on point, so they should be able to cap the point if they don't Uber all their players onto the point.
That would have been heartbreaking if all their players are Ubered on the point. Okay, it looks like they may cap it out here. They've got good player out as spawns are coming up for Crippled Airlines. And we see them immediately. Oh, they're getting in their face.
Yeah, they're just walking forward, but Josh should have been caught out then. He was way overextended. And it looks like Shaky actually does get caught out for that overextension. So now Cripple just needs to build their Uber and come in with Uber and win the point.
I feel like Crippled have all the information here. They've got their spy pressuring under and they saw where Josh was, but no. Josh gets Xander and Keller as they're coming out the shutter door, even though Jack saw him sitting in that corner just a few seconds ago.
Yeah, I don't think that was called, which was...
Yeah, it certainly looks like it.
You know, that could have just lost them the round.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be, what, 20% Uber ad for aim on point here, yeah, and they may be able to grind this Uber up if they really work at it. They can get Uber before Crippled and hold on to this point. We'll see if they get any aggression out before the Ubers are full on either team.
They definitely just need to try and gain this Uber, aim on point, and then Uber onto the point when Crippled tries to like push in, but
Jack getting a nice 2k onto the NG and the soldier, controlling that flank very well.
aim on point have lost a lot of players, and now it's only going to be Josh in this Uber. We have to see if he can track.
Although Crippled are so close, and Keller's being left. The heavy wants to go onto the point, but they need to get on it, and Keller's just left him to go onto it.
Oh, he un-Ubers.
No one's with Keller.
Demo.
Oh no. Oh no, that is tragic for Keller. He had his demo and his heavy up, and his heavy wanted to go all the way onto the point and try and catch him out, but Keller recognized that there just wasn't the time. And aim on point will take the first round here.
A bit of a misplay by Xander there, trying to go under the point, but it looks like it's going to be the same thing from a aim on point, just sitting under the point and locking out Crippled from being able to drop down.
And Matt is getting a very nice shot onto Fane at the beginning. And as I say that, he immediately goes down. The snipers are not in play anymore. Yeah, and it looks like a very passive mid coming out from Crippled here. They're just, the combo's still on their bats.
Oh, Smaz does come in and get Josh. That is a very big pick, and it should allow Crippled to really walk in. And they do get the Uber out of aim of point. So maybe they can walk back in with Uber here.
Yeah, and Keller does get the Uber just in time and can save his demo for the for what it looks like will be the win of the midpoint. Josh tries to come in but gets caught out by Crow. And Maz gets a very nice shot from his own bats onto Keller on the point, so I'm gonna even things out a little bit here. Slight Uber going into aim on point, but same result as last round with Crippled Airlines taking the first mid fight.
Yeah, aim on point is just like, their combo is just all over the place. And it's really just losing them the point, because you have your demo dying out of position, and then you have Josh dying to either a sniper or a spy. Then Shaky's always left by himself.
We've got Lugnets getting caught out and no man's land on the point trying to run out of unders. Yeah, actually this Uber has turned out to be a lot more for aim on point than I thought it was going to be. It's about 50%. So they're going to be able to take this point pretty commandingly. Shouldn't have to use Uber, although Shaky... Ooh. Jack was so close to getting that kill out onto Shaky, and Keller is very low.
Yeah, they need to just get all the way out here, or else they're going to lose 65% Uber, I think.
Yeah, it's about that now. Okay, it looks like they may be able to keep the Met alive for the Uber fight here. I think this is this going to be the first Uber fight? I don't think there were any like Uber on Uber fights last game. It was always just, you know, the fight started and ended before the other team got Uber. So.
Yeah. I don't think Shaky realized they had Uber ad. They could have pushed in and maybe tried to kill Kellon, but looks like Josh is just holding by himself on the right, which was what I was saying.
Yes. He actually, it looks like he might get... No, they're really indecisive and they're just... It doesn't look like they needed to do anything.
Yeah,
because Keller dropped. Keller dropped to a revolver from Laz.
I don't know what's happening, but like, aim on points combo is just all over the place, but then all of Crippled is just dying somehow.
Yeah, I guess exactly what we were talking about before, you know, with communication for both teams certainly can be lacking at times, but just general better game sense from aim on point will get them the win in some of these scenarios where it can be a bit shaky. And we've got Josh and Shaky coming from behind now. What will Josh be able to do with this Uber? He's getting denied by the Pyro, takes him out, and yeah, manages to secure the point. Shaky should get out of this alive. Shouldn't be anyone around to kill him, but Jack and Lugnuts are behind, so anything's possible.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is just being able to spot Josh. He's just been sitting on left for like the majority of this round. They really need to spot him out so they know that he's going to come behind. And saying that Smaz does trick stab.
There's
Josh.
A one-on-one with the medic and the spy. Okay. Mist comes along and just helps out Shaky. They're killing the spy for him.
And Laz does get a 2k on the point. But then Fane gets Shaky.
I don't even know where Fane was. Was he on bats?
I think he was Shutter.
Oh yeah. That's a very nice shot. And Crippled Airlines are going to keep the point.
Yes, they need to be really careful with Laz right now. Laz will try and go for a pick onto Keller, but he does get caught out.
Okay, we've got blue teams setting up on their left here. They're coming up on the Uber. Got about 70% ad here, and they're just going to be looking to stop aim on point from taking back the point. They need to catch up some time here. They need to make up about 30 seconds at this point. So yeah, they're just gonna be looking here, keep their medic alive, and just make sure.
Shaky actually drops down. They should really Uber into them. They need to be aggressive, or else it's just going to be an Uber fight.
Oh no, and they're losing people there. They get forced, and it's not what they want. Their combos split, and it's going to be a Pyro solo chasing the heavy and the other Pyro under the point, and just tries to flag on them. And oh my lord, Keller just showing himself with only a sniper to protect him. Although Xander comes in now.
Yeah, it looks like Crippled is also just all over the place. Like, I think Xander wants to do one thing and Dirk wants to do another, so they're always like, splitting.
Oh my god.
In time,
Oh
actually,
my god.
Airblast jumps and Reflect kills Keller.
That is such a time move. Oh my god. He, that is, bought Keller a one-way ticket onto a frag movie at some point in the near future, but we'll see if it means anything.
That was T-Sun worthy right there. It looks like it's just going to be a fight for the point, and it looks like majority of frags are going in Crippled's way, so they should be able to hold this, and they do.
It's certainly a lot better from Crippled than we saw last time, where they got into that position and just crumbled. So, certainly good on them for being able to keep the point, take good fights, get good picks. Even despite the heroics from time. So, yeah, certainly seeing improvement even within the match here.
So again, on this mid, it's going to be the same from aim on point, but Maz does get Keller. That's huge.
That should just be, at this point, Cripple just need to be calling, everyone live, let's try and get Shaky, but they're gonna keep Shaky well hidden. No one is touching him. Yeah, this should be. Although Jack's coming behind.
Does get caught out by Josh though. So it seems like they're just trying to forward hold right again, but this time all four of their combo is there, and Smaz does get caught out. So hopefully we can see some aggressive plays. So they have this full Uber ad.
They're walking in and they've just been seen now. Josh getting caught out on the low ground, and he gets back. This is. I feel like we may see another stalemate if an Uber doesn't get forced until Crippled do get the Uber charge here.
Rohan just went left by himself and died to Xander. He just keeps dying by himself. He's never with this combo. He needs to keep playing behind Josh. And Smaz gets the trick stab onto Shaky and miss.
Taking advantage of time going forward. Certainly what you like to see out of the Spies. And it's actually going to bring things massively in favor of Crippled here, with Keller just getting 100% and only 3 people being alive. But one of them is Josh, and he is really bringing the team back, making sure they can't go forward without dealing with. So just buying more time on the point, making sure it's just easier for them in the long run.
Randy gets absolutely demolished there by Rios and Dirk.
And okay.
Laz is just going after Fane.
Yeah, he's recognized what's important, maybe seeing that, in these 1v1s, Maz isn't, he's not always coming out on top over Fane, so just to reduce the chance of Shaky getting picked, they're going to try and keep that sniper down while there is a bit of a trade on point.
That Uber went so far into their lobby and it got nothing. Very surprising that they didn't get caught out after that Uber. It looks like Keller's on 30 health and trying to run away. But Shaky drops to Fane.
Yep, just getting a full charge body shot from back. And then Fane gets... Oh, that was a really nice shot onto Rohan on the point. And that might actually make it so... Oh, never mind. No. Just the heavy alive. Crippled getting a lot of spawns now, so they may be able to take a post-cap fight and maybe cash off the aggression of Crippled here, but... Or aim on point, rather.
Yeah, it seems like aim on point's just going to do the standard... Give Josh 50% heals in, right? So... And, people don't really know how to counter it.
Oh my god.
And Dirk just comes through Shutter and just kills their combo. Only Josh is alive. He just gets taken down by Xander.
Crud had so much damage to clean up from there, because just before Crud picked out a Shutter, it was Xylife who was just all over the combo. I think he had a really nice meat shot onto Shaky and just kind of brought them all back and let the rest of the team push forward. And then Crud, as you said, just walked through Shutter, did the rest of the damage, and they just rolled it through the point. So that's really nice there.
It looks like Crippled is now going to be going forward into lobby.
Going all the way to spawn, and they get the med again. Snazzy getting a pick onto Shaky, and
If they could spawn camp, that could definitely tilt.
oh, this is going to be an Uber, and they're going to let Josh behind. Is he going to go to point? Nah, Josh isn't interested in the point. He wants to catch out this med, and he might do it. Keller running into him.
What is Keller doing?
And there's not... Oh, no. Maybe like a lack of communication in the health of Josh, but... Yeah, it looked like Keller was either going for that pack or maybe going for a saw. And yeah, aim on point are just going to roll that into the cap, and 9 people alive. 46 seconds remaining. It looks like we may be seeing a second round come out from aim on point here.
Yeah, Josh is just getting away with these flanks, and no one's been able to really shut him down when he does them.
Although Josh biting off a bit more than he can chew, they're trying to face off in a 1v1 around the corner with Crud, so getting caught out there, but he will certainly spawn in time with the aid of a teleporter to get him to the mid-fight.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Crippled are just overextended here, and yep, they all die to the Uber. But what more can they do, really? They need to get onto the point now.
Yeah, a roll with some Lugnuts and Xylife, but I don't know that it's going to be enough. Yeah, you've got Josh coming onto the point here. Yeah, Josh and Randy just cleaning up what's left, although Fane
does
Fane
get Josh, which
yeah.
changes the whole fight. And now Crippled have the point. Laz really needs to go for something big here. He needs to either kill the demo or the medic.
Yeah, ideally he will be going for the med here because aim on point, I'm sorry, Crippled Airlines, they do have the Uber out here. So yeah, they will be taking a look at it. Smaz getting Rohan, just reducing the amount of time that Crippled... Nope, I keep getting it swapped around. Aim on point do have to push, and they're just getting stuck in the shutter. And Smaz just walks through in a circle, gets the exact same pick on Josh, so this is looking good for Crippled.
Laz needs to do something big here. He does not get spotted and get Xander. I don't think it's enough though. Keller does Uber out just in time.
Just got that Uber. But yeah, they're not going to have it in time. They're only on 83%. They need time on the point before they get this Uber, and they're coming through Shutter now for it.
Smaz gets a huge pick onto Josh. That could be round winning.
That could be it, yeah. Yeah, with the med going down, no Uber. Would have died on about 90, but... Oh, hang on. Jack has the high ground. And this is really well played from Jack here. Just using the boxes as cover because he knows that Crippled, no, aim on point, need to stay on the point. And yeah, that's going to actually be a second round to Crippled.
That pick by Smaz was so important. If he didn't do that, then they would have lost the rounds.
Yeah, no, that was really well played from him. I want to see a bit more from Jack on these mid-fights. The Crippled did lose the last mid-fight, and, you know, what helped them take the first two was part of Jack's heroics, just going across the point into the other side, and yeah, as I say, that he's doing it now, getting onto Lugnuts and Maz, so that's good, that's what we want to see, but the rest of his team maybe isn't following suit.
Laz does come in and get Rios, the Pyro, and Shaky somehow dies. So aim on point should really be trying to take this point now. They have all the frags.
Yeah, and you've got Josh coming up from the bottom, clearing every angle. But Fane, he wants the pick. He knows it's not safe to go out of bats, but he's going to take his shot now. But Maz is waiting for him.
So Maz finally gets his revenge onto Fane. But it looks like Crippled are just pushing in a bit too aggressively, and they just getting spammed out.
Keller died to just spam pipes over the wall. That's huge, because I mean, even though Aim on Point do lose most of their players, they still have 100% ad. So the moment those players spawn, they can just take this right onto point.
The Uber does come out. Josh gets a mini sentry,
and he's just gonna Shaky was just left alone. They didn't wait for anyone. It was a solo Uber on the heavy, and Keller's gonna live through this. This is gonna be looking like 50% ad by the time Shaky spawns and starts healing.
Yeah, that was a bit of a Josh Uber right there, but it looks like Crippled can take this point, and hopefully they can forward hold. But then Maz just peeks Shatter and kills Keller.
Returning the favor, and actually during that entire time, nobody from Crippled actually got on the point, so it's still in favor of Aim on Point here, as they've just got over a minute through their 3-minute times.
Yeah, they really need to get on point, and they're wasting so much time trying to go forward, and they're just dying now.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's just... You've got a demo medic. Josh is there to join them now, and it doesn't look like they're going to get anything off of this. This is a very convincing play coming out of Aim on Point right now.
Yeah, it looks like Josh is just on a hold in the standard spot. He usually holds when defending this point. And really, Jack just needs to try and jump up above them and spam down on them. Do a huge amount of damage, but Maz gets Keller again. So there goes the push from Crippled.
Yeah, and just so much damage getting output by Rohan there while holding. And yeah, this is just going to be so clean. At this rate, you know, Crippled may not even get time on point. This is the type of Highlander that you do expect to see from Aim on Point. You know, with the amount of tenure that some of these players do have in the game mode. You know, people like Josh, like Maz, like Naim, you know, they've been playing for a while. They have an idea on how to play the game, so this is certainly a lot more in tune with what we were expecting.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they've sort of found their groove now. But, you know, only time will tell if they can continue with this sort of play.
And yeah, we've got an Uber being taken through under, Crud looking to retreat into the other team's spawn to try and save himself, but he will get caught out. But Fane and Jack getting very nice return frags in the post-Uber, looking to make an attempt to try and get the point for the first time this round, as Aim on Point will go into overtime, but it looks like they might have to give this up.
Yeah, what Aim on Point should do is just really try and get out with their Uber and just try and reset. They do get the force out, so they need to get out.
They have no one on point. They're just not doing anything. They're Ubered and they're backing out. They need to stay on point here.
And Laz gets a 2k on point.
Yeah,
it should be.
Fane!
Fane gets the snipe.
He's doing everything his team needs. They're grasping to it.
They're still not standing on the point. They're just sitting around it. I don't know what they're doing.
There are people leaving the point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. The round that will never end. Both meds are back up and heals are on the point.
It's been overtime for like a minute now. They finally cap. And now...
Although, I will say, Laz did just get found out going through shuttle. So the pick that they were maybe hoping to get, not going their way.
Smaz does get Rohan, so there goes a lot of damage. And Fane does pick off Maz, so...
Yeah, this is maybe the beginning of the heroics, but Crud found a way from his med, gets caught out by Josh through the shutter, and...
Yeah, Laz needs to go huge here, and he's... Oh, the medic just gets away from him, but he does get Xander.
Yeah, it's... Will it be good enough? The Uber coming out, they've got it, they're going to use it, Keller will get it in time. There's going to be Pyro Ubers on the point. But, oh man. Shaky
this is
left
not
alone.
looking good for Cripple. The demo does come in.
Crud's in, gets immediately just out as fast as he was in. And you've got time on point.
Jack needs to jump the point. Oh, he does a lot of
so
damage.
much damage, but yeah. Will
Too
be
old.
enough at the end. This is a far closer game than definitely either of us anticipated.
Yeah, it definitely seems aim on point maybe have a few issues with their combo, but you know, they can definitely still win if they just play like they did last round.
I'm being in the right place at the right time on the mid fight there, stopping Jack from getting a free pick onto the meta because he was crossing under, and Randy and Maz both getting caught out, so certainly key players in the mid here from aim on point getting caught out early as yeah, they just try to push up from under as they've done these other mids, but they're going to get locked in. Although Crud's taken off the angle. And yeah, it looks like both combos are going to live for now, but Josh has some plans to maybe wrap around under the point. See what can be done. As both meds are getting Uber right now.
Oh,
Crud going down, no demo.
That's a huge pick.
And Maz taking Rias as well. This is going to be a like heavy and soldier Uber from Crippled here. And
Xander needs to get out here.
okay.
They do get the Uber. Keller just needs to try and run away.
Xander is going to get out. Teleporter's going to go down. But yeah, Xander will be fine. He'll get all the way to his spawn, and aim on point will very quickly take the midpoint back. And
I mean, he keeps getting shaky.
oh no, he got shaky as he was backing out, covered by the mini on his own bat so that no one could pressure him while he was waiting for it. And yeah, we've just got your very standard. Sorry, got caught off by a very nice shot from who was it? From Smaz there. Got a headshot onto Maz so that way Crud could put one sticky over and kill him, so they can actually take the point back.
Randy is just trying to hold off Xylife here, but he's overextended and dies. But Mist is behind, no one spots him. Luckily the mini sentry was there to protect him, and Maz gets Keller.
That was a disgusting shot. Maz just peeks out, no one's looking his way, and just instantly gets the headshot. So again, very back and forth final round as Jack returns the favor for Maz. Meds are going to be on a very similar respawn time. And Keller isn't healing right now, so it will pretty much be even Ubers. Oh, actually no. Aim on point just reset their meds respawn timer with a second left, so it's going to be about a 20-25% add to Crippled here.
Yeah, that's a bit of a rookie mistake there, but and it actually allows Crippled to just walk in. But again, Josh is hiding under the point. I don't think anyone has spotted him. He's going to come out now. He is spotted now by Smaz, so they know he's there.
If he had kept going, if he kept pushing past Smaz, you know, take that damage, he may have actually gotten something onto the med, but little does he know, the opportunity was there. And this is going to be a 30%, 35% add in terms of, or in favor of Crippled here.
Maz does get Josh, that's very huge. Josh is the heal sink of aim on point, and taking him down just means their pushes are so less effective.
Yeah, no, he is the the heart and soul of that team. You know, anywhere they want to push, he's at the head of it. He's taking the heals, leading the Ubers, and will we see success without him here? As he is still on that respawn, it looks like aim on point will not be able to take the point. Although,
Munch just gets taken out.
But,
Maz does get Keller, but Crippled still do have point control. So it's not all bad for Crippled here.
yeah, they will finally get it. They have to hold for quite a while, but they've got the full Uber out. If they can keep their med healthy and alive, they may be able to pull this one back. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got Crud backing up here. You know, he's just looking to get some heals. But he's on the other side of the map to his mez. Jack dies while trying to get a bit aggressive. And Crippled Airlines, they're going to look to retake the point here. They should know at this point they're at Uber to sad, and they do kill Josh before the Uber gets popped, and their combo is going to get out alive.
Yes, Josh will be very tilted at that.
And yeah, we're going to see Jack immediately get onto it. Will he catch out time? He'll do enough to push him away. And yeah, that was very well played by Crippled there. They knew the Uber advantage wasn't in their favor. They forced it out, baited them into thinking it was a good fight, and then they just ran. And it looks like they may be looking to take this very aggressive into them.
I love
the game
this
before
play.
it's over.
They need to keep going.
Oh, look at them. And yep.
Come.
This is so good. I love play like this. They're not even letting it get to the point.
Munch somehow gets Xander. Xander just didn't know where Munch was when he was behind him. Mist has gone under the point. I don't think anyone's seen him. The mini sentry should be able to shoot him down.
Crosman left off. They needed to commit to trapping out the door. They knew the people were there, and is it going to work for them? They've got a pyro being healed on the point. It looks like it might be enough.
It is. Laz needs to go huge. And
Wow,
it's not enough.
That is half being taken by Crippled Airlines. They've done better than both of us thought they would with, aim on point maybe showing a few of their flaws. Some of this lack of communication, maybe a bit too all in on the Josh playstyle, causing them to lead at the half here. And Crippled only needing one more point to take this round and put themselves into a very good position going into the last week before playoffs.
Yeah, it definitely seems like something was off in aim on point. But I think the issue was their combo. Like, they were just all over the place. Like, Josh was flanking, and Rohan just kept dying. And Jack was so amazing. Jack and Xylife were like, that's what won them the game. The flank of Crippled was just so much better than
Definitely.
aim on points.
Definitely, and we do have a few very quick stats here to go over. A few things I want to highlight. So we were talking about, during the game, it's all about Josh when it comes to aim on point. He did take the most heals in the game. He took 37% heals on his team, just over 12,000. That's even more than Xander took. And Xander's med actually got to put out a lot more heals in that game than Shaky. So even with the lower amount of heals given to the team by Shaky, Josh is still taking the most in the game. So he's really eating up a lot of heals from his flank in particular.
Yeah, he's taking way too many heals. Like, Shaky definitely needs to spread heals around more, especially to his flank. If Randy and Mist get a bit more heals, I think they could maybe take on Xylife and Jack.
Yeah. And one other thing that we did touch on very slightly, or that you did at the end of the game, is just the dominance from Xylife and Jack.
Yeah,
and
they were just all over aim on point.
It was ridiculous. Between Xylife and Jack, they got 118 kills.
How many? 118.
118. 69 nice for Xylife, and then 49 for Jack. Whereas Mist got 45 and Randy got 41. And I mean, they're not bad numbers. Across those four players, they make 4 of the top 5 kills in the entire server. But especially Xylife just putting on a show in terms of how to deal with flank on Asheville here.
Yeah, this map is just very heavily decided on who can control the flank better, and if Xylife and Jack keep performing like that, they should easily win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see if there's anything that we can maybe pull out of the stats here. It's, there is, Rohan is playing very well. He is top damaging the server right now. 508 DPM, certainly, not bad for Highlander demo here, especially considering how much heals is being put into his own heavy. He's, a lot of these fights, he's coming in without a buff or, full buffed at the beginning, but then doesn't get any heals for the rest of it. So certainly a good show by him to actually be putting out this amount of damage despite the circumstance.
Yeah, if Shaky just gives more heals to Rohan, he could definitely be a game changer. He's doing so much damage already, and he's pretty much getting 0 heals because Josh is playing. But, I think if Shaky just stops tanking Josh, maybe starts tanking Rohan, they could win.
Yeah. I think definitely. I think they definitely need to see some of these heals going towards their flank as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they're getting about the same as their counterparts on the other side. Jack may be getting a little bit more than Randy, but they need to be getting just a few more buffs here and there, maybe to take the 1v1, and even just like other players on the team, so that way you don't have Xylife just coming into your team with a buff and just getting any kill that he wants, because he was all over the place. He had kills on a bunch of kills on scouts and soldiers and NGs. Those were his main ones, cleaning up that flank non-stop. But he also had 9 kills on the spy and 14 on the sniper. Now he's putting his pressure all over the map as we're getting into the second half here. Will Xylife and Jack be able to drag their team through this final round and be able to pull out the win, set themselves into that 3rd seed going into the second last week?
It actually looks like Aim on Point has swapped Miss and Randy. So now Randy's playing Scout. It may change the outcome of the flank battle, but I don't know.
Right at the beginning of mid, I saw Jack jump right into the shutter without being shuttered, and I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's going for here. It looks like he's brought back 2 players. He brought back the entire flank of Aim on Point here, so it's just the combo alone as the flank is just finally getting back in the mid.
Yeah, it's just very dominant from Crippled here. The problem with where Josh is playing right now is it's so easy to spam out if you have a demo, so they just get spammed out, and look at that. And completely
caught out, yeah. With that position,
all die.
Yeah, with that position, you're very much right. You can very easily get caught out, and if you're going to commit to it, you need to be moving. Mm-hmm. You certainly can't have the other team control both their side and your side. You need to catch them off while they're pushing forward or while they're pulling back, and especially just what Jack did. Jack brought Aim on Point's flank just all the way back into their spawn nearly. And so the aggression that maybe Josh and Rohan were expecting just wasn't there.
Yeah, Jack is just dominating the flank by like just sitting either behind them or sitting up on top of one of the houses.
Yeah, even if Xylife is getting more of the kills on the flank, I would certainly put the MVP out of the 2 of them to Jack, just because of the amount of space he's creating.
Yeah, definitely. Rohan does get picked off by Thane, so Crippled should just walk in, and they've found Shaky by himself again.
Oh no.
Uber in. They don't kill him. How did they not kill him there?
Surely Shaky's chasing. What is he doing?
He nearly gets taken out by the roll-on, but how did Shaky get out of that?
That is... Oh my god, I saw a pyro and an Uber and a medic, and, normally the story's over before it begins. Shaky comes back onto the point with Rohan, with Josh.
They do get the Uber, which is very good considering Keller actually died off that Uber. But they've wasted a lot of time. They didn't cap. That was another 15 seconds that they just wasted.
Yeah, and Laz just really put himself in a good position for that Uber, being at the back, so that way he could clean up of any damage that went onto Keller and killed him really late. It's already 40% ad in favor of Aim on Point again, so...
You're definitely looking for the flank of Crippled or Smaz to try and get in onto Shaky. And that will definitely change the tide of this match if they can kill off Shaky now.
And Jack taking down Miss due to the crater, so...
Again, everybody from Crippled is just dying behind, and Josh and Shaky are by themselves top right.
And they've Ubered.
and
then not going to get anything.
Another Josh Uber right there, not getting anything done.
Yeah, it looks like he's trading damage in the post, and Crud's going to be left to come in very free, but he did so little with the opening that they didn't even realize he was there. Oh no, Crud.
Yeah.
I hope he wasn't on camera for that.
That Uber from Josh might have just lost them this match.
Oh no. I can't. I feel so bad for Crud there. He had the world at his hands and he just threw it all away. But they'll take the point despite of it. You know, he's on top this game. I imagine we might see some nice damage from him, but yeah, as to what it could be.
Smaz does get another important pick onto Josh.
Yeah, with Maz returning the favor on the Crud, what I would consider, you know, Crud and Josh being the two main pieces of their combos, both going down in the, you know, kind of the thin ends of this round. And we've got Jack just being a nuisance.
Yeah,
he's just hiding.
He's just going wherever he wants, really. No one's really contesting him. And now the Uber exchange is out. Looks like Crippled actually have a much better Uber, but
Xander catching out Laz before he could get anything,
and Josh goes down. Ooh. But spam just comes in.
Will they? Okay, it looks like Crippled. They will get to overtime. They have been in this situation before. They've been in the situation before in the first round, where Crippled got into overtime. At one point had to hold it for a little over a minute. Will we see a repeat of the first round? That's what I want to see.
Yes.
Can Aim On Point flex their Highlander game sense, that positioning that they can be known for, have demonstrated at times in the game, but maybe been lacking of the past few rounds?
Looks like Josh is just holding back right again. But they do have Uber, so as long as he doesn't get dropped, and he gets dropped.
But Keller's going to get caught out.
Keller gets caught out though. Oh, that's not good. You really need to survive that.
Yeah, this we may see a repeat of the first round. Looks like Crod should drop to Laz here. Yeah, he will. And Jack just blindly walking into Rohan. So only 48 seconds. There's enough time for an Uber to be built. It can be done in the amount of time.
It looks like Laz is just gonna get Keller though. It was not spotted. I think that might be round over for. Smaz goes huge though.
Oh, that's what you want to be seeing.
And Shaky only has 65%. They need to go aggressive right now before he gets this Uber.
Yeah, catch Josh off. He doesn't have the beam on him, but he's right back there with them. And Xander's going to lose out that fight because he's running the Tommy Slab. Anyone who says it's a good gun, don't play Highlander. Because you see the results of it right there.
Yeah, the only one that can really do anything now is Smaz, but I don't think he's going to get much done.
Yeah. Oh, they got that flank behind, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's round.
Keller getting picked off just sort of lost them that round.
Yeah, he got caught out really far forward.
Really needed to get out and get that Uber.
Okay, and we've got, again, Rohan rushing under before anyone's on point. Already trapping them out, and... I like what Crippled's doing here. They're doing something very different. Normally, they've gone their own bats and tried to fight them from the high ground, but this time they're actually, they're taking control of their own left side. They sent Xylife across onto Maz, and he's died, but...
Yeah, it definitely looks like Crippled are just gonna die here, and in saying that, the flank just comes in and absolutely destroys what remains.
That was a crush.
Yeah. Maybe the flank change might have actually benefited Aim On Point, you know? Getting Randy on Scout, putting Mist on Soldier.
Yeah, quite possibly. At least in terms of the coordination. You know, Xylife does, he's top scoring this game over both medics, and, you know, that's gotta just be with caps and kills, so he's still putting in a very good performance, but Jack is sitting a bit lower down this time. Maybe Randy, you know, just...
Maz gets Shaky. He drops Shaky. That's enough for Cripple to just push out. But Maz gets Crud, and now Xander goes down.
Both teams want it. They're both one round away. And, Xylife does get in, kill Rohan. As, he does then drop to his scout counterpart in Randy, but... Yeah, just plays constantly trying to be made. You know, it's maybe not the cleanest Highlander, but it is some of the most exciting stuff. Where you've got, you know, just both soldiers bombing in, don't care about each other, scouts running across the board. And then you've got Josh taking all of the heals in the world, peeking the point over the box, while Crippled does have full Uber and is going to look to take this point, hopefully without using it, but they're going to get forced. Can they get Shaky? The answer's going to be no, as Shaky is already all the way to spawn.
Yeah, that's very good from Shaky. Now they then have full Uber for this next push.
Although he's not healing anyone yet. It looks like, is he just waiting at spawn for people? Okay, he was waiting for his soldier, so... It's not as big ad as they may think. It's only about 25%, but... Yeah, we've got Jack sitting in a corner, trying to get aggressive, hoping to maybe catch out Maz and Shutter. As Reyes tries to get aggro, it's...
Miss goes huge for a huge bomb. Both soldiers actually sort of trade out there. But that really just like lets aim on point just like walk onto the point.
Yeah.
You know, getting that Jack pick is such a big part of why Crippled have been doing so well.
Yeah, just knowing that there's not the threat of their mid just, you know, losing 100 health and Spy going down as well. They have given up Uber ad. You know, they had a 20% ad. Sorry, not 20. They had like a, 40% ad that they could play with. They are even now, and they actually get the force off. They haven't had to use yet. That's very... I don't know if that's on purpose, but very good kiting from aim on point here. And Jack getting a lot done. He gets all the damage onto Josh, and Shaky's on the point on 14. He needs to hit a shot. He get it. Okay, it's going to be Uber add to Crippled, but they need to take the point here.
Laz might be able to get a few picks onto the point right now. He does get Fane, and Maz is able to get Keller off that pick from Laz.
That is... Whoa. It's going to be tough. It's still certainly doable from Crippled here. They have 2 minutes left on the timer. Really need to get through this. Probably need to be looking at getting a pick onto Shaky. It's going to be a necessity. If they are, if they're allowed to just build up this Uber for free, aim on point, they're going to be given the point for free. They're not even going to contest it. Or they'll try, but... Oh my Jack.
Jack with the huge bomb. That is such a huge bomb from him.
Yeah, Laz immediately getting caught out. This is what they need. They denied the cap. They got a med pick really late. So by the time that Shaky's going to be getting Uber here, it's going to be very even, and Crippled is going to be getting their Uber in the next 15 seconds. So this is what they want.
Lugnuts was failing to put a sentry on the crate there, and he gets sniped for it.
They just need to keep their people healthy. Keller's on 99.
Keller
he
definitely
has the
needs
Uber.
to.
Will he use that?
He's gonna get. Oh, he's gonna use. He's gonna have to.
But it's a. Oh, they don't even know the point with it though. They're gonna get nothing. Keller's gonna go and die to the Spy here. The Spy's chasing him in the post. He has players with him, but.
Oh, that was just.
Oh, time.
That was just so bad from Keller. Their whole combo just left him, and they had Uber advantage.
Yeah.
And now.
This looks like it's gonna be game.
Yep,
That's
it should
gonna
be
be
game for him on point. Unless Smaz goes huge and gets Josh.
Stop.
But Shaky does get out with that huge Uber ad still.
Stop. They need this. Okay, this is one of the times where they need to be building.
Yeah, they need to get Uber here. Laz has not been spotted. He is going in behind.
Oh, he has no idea. Oh my god.
He gets Keller. No.
Fane was looking at him the entire time, and aim on point is going to come in with the Uber.
Laz just winning.
Surely Jack cannot. Okay, surely Jack cannot. Not now. Okay.
He bombed the medic.
Yeah.
I don't agree with him bombing the medic there, but aim on point. Do you get the point?
Yeah. And that is the win for aim on point. Very close. There were seconds in it at the end there, but just the very small plays coming out from aim on point. Really just capitalizing on the mistakes, catching out Keller when he did get too aggressive, certainly something that people who play the game, against Keller, they know that's what he does, and they've capitalized on it, got some key picks. And I certainly think swapping Mist and Randy around there, it certainly helped them take control of their flank. Jack still had impact when he bombed the combo, but he, when he went for the plays like on the flank, on the actual players on the flank, he was getting shut down a lot more from what I could see.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think Randy swapping to Scout was very big in Aim on Point coming back and winning, but still, it was very scrappy from Aim on Point.
Yeah.
It's not looking too good going into finals in a few weeks for them if this is how they're going to play. But maybe they can sort out some of their combo issues and.
Yeah, definitely. It is what you'd hope. Taking a look at a few things just in terms of the logs. Xylife continuing his good performance, top fragging by 5, with 25 kills just in those 2 rounds. Next was Mist on 20, so he had a really good game. Certainly a lot more than I was expecting for him to have going into this. A big part of why Crippled did so well. And I mean, another thing, especially for the second half, it wasn't as much so in the first half, but Fane was just getting focused so hard in the second half, and he couldn't get any kills. He went 7 to 15, 150 DPM. Really not what you want to be seeing from your sniper, especially with someone from Fane. And, before the game we were talking about, Fane versus Maz. It's going to be a matchup where if they get to go against each other, it could be really interesting. And I mean, Aim on Point just not wanting that to happen. Every opportunity they had to get on Fane, they did it. Mid fights, phase play, anything. It was really good, and you could tell because especially in the first half, Fane was getting some really good picks, just catching people out when they weren't looking. And they addressed it in the second half. Came out with the win, 4-3 to Aim on Point.
Yeah, Aim on Point's flank just really stepped up those last 2 rounds. I'm sure Maz being able to outsnipe Fane as well definitely played a huge part of why they came back. And Laz got some very important picks late in those rounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Really secured those rounds for Aim on Point.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who looked at Laz there, and maybe, looking at this game in the past, in the future, looking at the logs, thinking like, oh, Laz, looking at the score, but didn't have many kills, only at 11. But when you realize that 3 of those were on the med and then 5 were on the sniper, it really shows, those key picks. There's, not many picks as a whole, but he got the picks when it mattered. At the closing moments of those rounds, when Crippled had Uber ad, he came in, swooped it away, and just a real team effort, honestly. There wasn't one particular player in those last few rounds from Aim on Point who pushed it across the line. It was kind of a team effort, slight changes in the flank, just on top of some general, good picks, good damage coming out from their combo. It just pushed them over the line.
Yeah, definitely. Having a look at Crippled, though, definitely looks like Xander was just caught out way too much. He didn't do much damage, and he died. He actually didn't get any good frags, really. He only got 6 frags compared to Josh's 19, which is quite a big comparison in the heavies.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly does, just touching on it, it looks like he was looking for the spy a bit more than his pyro, maybe giving his pyro some room to go forward. Yeah, he certainly was the weakest link on that combo, sadly.
Yeah.
Part of it is his weapon choice when especially when you're versing a team like Aim on Point where they've got Josh, Heavy's going to be walking at you with 450. He's going to be revved up at all times. Maybe, even if Xander prefers to use the Tomislav, maybe with the closer range combat with another 450 Heavy, it, may have been worth swapping off or at least exploring other options because you're going to lose that fight every time at close range just because of the slower fire rate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Comparing the healers of the 2 heavies, though, 26% to Xander to 47% Josh. Pretty average Josh heals right there. But
yeah.
Still...
No, there's no one else who quite does it like Josh. So, he did top damage on his team. second highest frags on his team as well. He did things with it this half, pushed him through, but I'm sure a few of the people on his team might, pop their hand up, in post-game chats, be like, I could, chuck some heals my way. Might be nice.
Yeah, definitely takes a bit too many heals, but still, it was quite a good performance from him when he stopped doing the flanking stuff and just sort of stayed with Shaky.
Yeah, when he took fights with his combo, it went really well for them.
Yes.
I don't think there's much else that we can really say. We kind of picked apart most of what happened in the game. Do you have any final thoughts or?
Well, going into finals, I definitely think both these teams will be in finals. Aim on Point just really needs to sort out a few of their kinks, and definitely their combo just needs a bit of work. Aim on Point and Crippled, they did pretty well. We didn't expect them to go as well as they did, but again, I think Crippled's combo was just a bit over the place. Keller dying out of place, Xander not doing as much as he should, and Rias maybe not spy checking well enough, because Laz was able to get quite a few very important picks.
Yeah. Look, I think that wraps it up pretty well. That's going to be all for the cast tonight. We don't have anything for our interviews, but I will be passing it off to Connor. He does have something to say about the Australian High Tower Hijinks charity tournament event. So yeah, I'll pass it off to Connor now.
Alright, thanks, sir. So yeah, we've got a promo video made by Crippled Chimp that we're going to show in a minute, but just before we do that, AIH is a community tournament, charity tournament basically, that is hosted to support Lifeline Australia. So I think a lot of people know what they do. Yeah, good charity, good event, and it's going to be some international talent coming in, so yeah. I'll just try and get that video up on stream now for you. Right, so that should have played for, hopefully audio was there, but it doesn't matter too much if it wasn't. So yeah, basically the point of that, it's a really cool event hosted by a bunch of people, Zaya, a few others like that. And it's just sort of trying to give back to a charity that does a lot for, like, especially in this sort of, like, realm. Like, just general gaming, all that. It's a big support line there for a lot of people, so yeah. Any shout outs from either of you two?
I'll give the classic shout out to Black Dragon. He always deserves it.
Shout out to our Red Pandas. We're looking forward to tomorrow's event if we're allowed to play. And shout out to Michael and Core for being here, helping me cast and produce.
Go in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock off my enemy, fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner, keep on the game. Me a winner, your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. 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 When I come in the arena, make the ground shake, make the crowd scream.